What if I told you that the amount of followers you have on TikTok has nothing to do with how successful TikTok will be at generating leads and sales for your business? The big ugly secret on TikTok that nobody tells you is that a lot of these big creators aren't actually making a full-time living from their content. But on the flip side, there are a bunch of these small creators that are getting leads and sales from their TikTok videos every single day, and they're only posting one video a day. And if you want to turn your TikTok account into a lead generation machine like my client Jared, who actually made $75,000 his first month on the platform, then you need to make sure that you have a system in place. And to do that, you have to start with the end in mind. Most often when creators struggle to make money on TikTok, it's because they don't have clarity. They aren't clear on what they offer, who it's for, and then how to actually attract those people with their content and then turn those views into leads. So that's where you have to start. What are you selling? Who is it for? And how does it solve their problem? And I want you to get really clear on this before you move on, because it affects everything from the content you create to the strategy that you use to bring leads into your business. So how do we figure this out? I want you to start with one person. This is your ideal client avatar. It's that person that is like the perfect client or customer, the person that you love to work with and that you wish that every single one of your buyers was just like that person. Now that person has one big problem and you're solving it with your service, your product, your program, or whatever it is that you offer. And write this down because most people don't take the time to think through all of this stuff, and then their content and their messaging is all scattered and they're not able to attract the people that would love to buy from them. Okay, so that one person has this one problem, and then you're making one promise. This is your offer. This is the solution or the result that you are going to be providing for them. It's the actual thing that you're selling. Your product or plan is the thing that actually delivers on that promise, and that's the method or the service or whatever it is that you provide. But people aren't buying that. They're buying the result. They're buying the solution. They're buying that transformation from having that problem to no longer having it. So understand these pieces. Get clear on that one person that you're creating content for and that you're selling to. Get clear on the big problem that they have and the promise that you're making, and get clear on how you're actually delivering on that promise. How are you giving them that solution? When you have this kind of clarity with your content and your marketing and they're all in alignment, it becomes so much easier to actually attract those ideal customers with the videos you're creating. And then you'll actually be able to use TikTok to get sales on autopilot. But sales do not magically happen. You actually have to get leads that you can educate and nurture and sell to. In order to get leads, we need contact information. We need a name, an email, and a phone number so that way we can actually market and sell to these people. And the way that we get this contact information is by giving your viewers a freebie that is related to the thing that you sell. And we call this a lead magnet. And lead magnets are important because people aren't just going to give you their contact information for nothing. There has to be a value exchange. They need to get something from you in exchange for you invading their inbox or texting them or calling them. And the value is usually something that educates them or helps them take that first step toward solving the problem, getting that result. That's what your lead magnet is. It's building trust and demonstrating that your offer is the solution that they've been looking for. Now, at the moment, this can all seem pretty vague, and lead magnets can take a lot of different forms, from a template to an ebook to a product demonstration, maybe a video training or a consultation. So with all of these options, creating a lead magnet can almost feel like a daunting task, and I could probably create an entire video on the subject. That's why I partnered with HubSpot to bring you their Introduction to Lead Generation Guide. If you clicked on this video, you're probably trying to figure out how to get leads, so I highly suggest that you check out this ebook. I've put a link in the description so you can download it for free. And this is the resource that I wish I had back like over a decade ago when I was in law school and I was trying to figure out this entire online business thing. It dives deep into like what a lead is, the different types of leads, and a step-by-step process for actually generating leads in your business. Two things that I found particularly helpful were how the guide broke down all the different types of lead magnets so you can figure out what kind of freebie is actually going to be the best fit for your audience and your offer. And I really liked the section on calls to action and landing pages because these things are essential for turning your views into leads. And if you don't know what those are yet, landing pages are how we actually collect the leads' contact information, and the call to action is the words that we use inside of that page to get people to give us their contact information in exchange for that freebie. Don't worry, you're going to learn all about these things inside of the guide. Now, this ebook was made by HubSpot, which is today's video sponsor, so big shout out to them for creating this amazing free resource for y'all. The key to generating leads on TikTok is the link in your bio. This is where you're going to send all of your viewers, that way they can get that freebie. But in order to get viewers clicking on your link, we need to make sure that your profile is set up the right way. No worries if you haven't done any of the things I'm about to show you, it's okay. You can just implement all of this stuff after you finish watching the video. The first thing you want to do is make sure that everything in our content and on our profile is in alignment, so that way when somebody discovers you through one of your videos and they click on your profile, they see that it's the same type of stuff that they're interested in and they want to follow and they want to click. When they hit your profile, they have to know that they're in the right place. They have to know that you are the person that they want to follow and they want to see more content from, and eventually will want to click that link and see what different things your business has to offer them. This is where that initial work of figuring out the one person, the one problem, and the one promise that you offer starts to pay off. Because now that you know exactly who it is that you're speaking to, you can make sure everything from your content to your profile to your freebie are congruent, so that way it's a seamless message. So now that you have that, here are the steps that you need to go through in order to make sure that your profile is optimized for lead gen. First, we have our account name, not your username, but the name that you see at the top of a profile. This is a big SEO opportunity. And if you don't know what SEO is, it stands for search engine optimization, which is like a big fancy marketing term for saying that when people search for certain keywords, that like you're able to show up and rank at the top of that search so they discover your content. And your account name is actually the only thing on your profile that gets picked up by TikTok's search engine. So we want to take advantage of our account name and make sure that we're putting keywords that we want to show up and search for inside of it. For example, if you have an online fitness coaching business, you probably want to put weight loss coach inside of your account name, because then when somebody searches weight loss coach on TikTok and they scroll over to users, you're going to show up in that list and they're going to click on your profile, they're going to check it out, they're going to look at your content and eventually become a lead that might hire you for your coaching services. Next, you have your account bio where you can write whatever you want, and most creators are just going to write a bunch of stuff about themselves. Don't do that. This is your chance to tell new viewers why they should follow you and how you can help them solve their problem. So make your bio about the viewer, not about you. That's why I always recommend that people create something called a help statement for their bio. This is something like, I help so-and-so get such and such result. For example, I help busy dads get shredded without cardio. I help nurses get remote jobs so they can earn more money and work from home. I help businesses grow their audience and make money using TikTok. Whatever it is that you do and you help people with, make it really clear in your bio. You can also use your playlist if you have 10,000 followers and your pinned videos to highlight your best and most valuable content. This makes sure that when somebody discovers you and they check out your profile, that they're watching all of your best stuff that's going to build trust and show them that you can actually help them. And that makes them more likely to click on your link and become a lead. Finally, pro tip, there are some really important settings that you can change. They're actually going to make it so that the algorithm does a better job of finding leads for you. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into your settings and you want to go to privacy and you want to make sure that your account is set to public. And I know this seems crazy, but we want everybody to be able to see our videos. We want to be able to get discovered. And so if you accidentally have private account toggled, you're kind of screwed. No one is going to see your content unless they already follow you. Now, that one's kind of a no-brainer, but there are some other things that you may not have thought of. So I want you to go back in your settings, go into privacy, and there's a section called suggest your account to others. Now, the big thing here is that we want to turn off all of our contacts and all of our Facebook friends. And the reason for this is because the people that you are friends with, the contacts that are in your phone, they are not your ideal customer. They're not your ideal viewer. We don't want to attract them because they're not going to be leads. And so if we don't turn this off, TikTok is going to be really lazy and it's going to show your content to your friends or your grandma or all of these people that we don't necessarily want, because although they love us and support us and they might give you a nice like, or maybe your grandma leaves an embarrassing comment, the problem is that they're not going to watch a ton of that content. And even if they do, it's not helping you, because then the algorithm is going to say, okay, I'm going to go find more people like your grandma to watch your content, but your grandma is not your ideal customer. So we want that turned off. So the algorithm has to go, okay, I have no idea what this account is about yet. So I'm going to listen to the words that they're saying in the video and the things that they're writing in their description and look at the types of people as I show the video to random people and who is engaging and who's not, to figure out what is this account about and who do I need to show it to. So turn this off so it's easier for the algorithm to categorize you, and then show your content to those people that are interested in whatever your topic is. And same thing, if you go into where it says sync contacts and Facebook friends, you're going to want to go ahead and turn that off because it causes the same problem. And then one other setting, because it's big for lead gen, is you want to go into direct messages and you want to turn it on for everybody. That doesn't mean that you have to respond to every single person that DMs you, but it allows people to reach out to you, and that allows conversations, that allows you to create leads, because they might have a problem, and as you start talking to them, you can get them booked on a call. You can send them to a sales page, you can get them to buy your thing. Now that you have everything set up and optimized for lead gen, it's time to create the content that fuels the machine. Every video that you post on TikTok should be created for that one person that we talked about at the very beginning of the video. We want to talk about their problems. We want to talk about how solving that problem could change their life. We want to educate them on the typical solutions to that problem and how what you do is different, how it works better. And most importantly, we want to give them like an aha moment or help them take that first step or give them advice or a blueprint to actually solve that problem they have. Every video you create should be demonstrating that you are the person that can help them solve this problem. And you do that by just giving value and sharing your personality and your perspective. That way they can get to know you and you can build that trust that it takes to create a buyer. So we have to show up consistently with our message. That way your viewers can start to connect you with the problem that they want to solve. For example, when people watch my videos, I want them to think, oh, Mike, he's the TikTok guy. Because when they do that, I'm the one that they'll want to work with when they need help growing their account. Or if they're out and about and somebody's talking about, hey, I'm struggling on TikTok, they're going to say, oh, hey, have you heard of this guy, Mike Yonda? Because he has this YouTube channel and it's awesome and you should check it out because it'll probably help you solve your problem and get more views and followers and all of the things. But if I'm not being consistent, if I'm not talking about this all of the time, then my viewers won't know, hey, he's the TikTok guy. So all of your messaging in your content and on your profile should just be funneling people to that link in your lead magnet. And once you have that in place, it's just about getting more views. Now, I understand that getting views on TikTok can feel frustrating at times. You can get stuck in that 200 view jail and you can feel like the algorithm actually hates you. So I want you to watch the video up on the screen next. It's going to share some really simple strategies that are going to help you increase your views and break out of that 200 view jail.